All right, let's talk about the absolute shit show of having an ADHD brain in a corporate world. You know the deal. 1 minute, your mind is a browser with 800 tabs open, all playing different YouTube videos. The next, you're so locked in on a problem, you could perform surgery in the middle of a Metallica concert. Today, we're going to ditch the disorder bullshit and reframe this thing for what it is. A high-performance, ridiculously chaotic operating system with a hell of a learning curve, and a few god-tier cheat codes.
So, here's the game plan. First, we're dissecting the ADHD paradox, the whole lazy versus laser beam situation. Then we're popping the hood on your brain's weird-ass operating system. After that, we get to the good stuff, building an external brain so you can stop losing your keys and your mind. Then, the main event, summoning your hyper-focused superpower on command. And finally, we'll talk about why having this brain actually makes you a fucking asset.
Okay, let's get right into it. The daily whiplash. It's that jarring contrast between feeling like you're wading through mental quicksand, unable to answer a single email, and then suddenly becoming a goddamn supercomputer capable of solving world hunger in a 12-hour bender. The struggle is real, but honey, so is the superpower.
Ah, yes. The question on everyone's mind, especially your colleagues, like Tim and Sam, who probably look at you and think, what the hell is their deal? Are they lazy, or are they a genius? The answer is, you're both, and neither. It's two sides of the same chaotic coin, and the trick is learning how to flip it yourself.
God, this is it. This is the whole mood. You're not ignoring them, you're not being an asshole, your brain has literally put up a sign that says do not fucking disturb and has cut the power to the doorbell. You've allocated 100% of your RAM to a single task and there is nothing left for small talk. It's not personal, it's just total system overload.
And here's the payoff. This is the flip side. When you finally point that fire hose of focus at something that matters, it's a goddamn superpower. This isn't just working hard. This is an obsession, an intensity that neurotypicals can only dream of. This is how you lap the competition while they're still scheduling their next meeting about synergy.
So, why is your brain such a magnificent, chaotic mess? To figure that out, we gotta look at the wiring diagram. We're moving past the feelings and into the glorious, fucked up mechanics of why your brain does what it does. The main culprit is this thing called executive dysfunction. Sounds fancy, but here's what it really means. The CEO of your brain is on a permanent vacation in Cabo. The part that's supposed to handle planning, organizing, and just starting the damn thing is unreliable. It has absolutely nothing to do with how smart you are. It just means your internal project manager is a drunken toddler.
This is everything. Pay attention. A neurotypical brain runs on a boring-ass fuel system of importance and priority. An ADHD brain? Oh no. We run on a high-octane blend of interest, novelty, urgency, and passion. If a task isn't interesting, new, terrifyingly urgent, or something you're deeply passionate about, the engine will not even turn over. It's not a choice, it's a different kind of physics.
Okay, knowing the why is great, but it doesn't pay the bills. So how do we actually wrangle this beautiful disaster? This section is all about the how. We're going to build the scaffolding around your brain, an external brain, because let's be honest, the internal one is made of jello and good intentions.
You can't just cold start this engine. You need a boot up sequence. Think of it like launching a goddamn spaceship. First, you check the mission plan. What the hell are you even doing today? Second, you clean your cockpit. A clear space equals a clearer mind. And third, you identify your primary target. The one thing that, if you get it done, makes today a win.
That endless to-do list with 47 items on it? Fucking burn it. It's a recipe for paralysis. Keep it to 5 things max. And if something says launch marketing campaign, break that monster down into tiny, bite-sized steps. Oh, and my favorite? The to-do list. At the end of the day, you write down what you actually crushed. It feels a hell of a lot better than staring at what you didn't do.
Listen up. Using technology to manage your life is not a crutch. It's a goddamn exoskeleton. You're Iron Man, and these apps are your suit. They are the external hard drive for your brain, the project manager you can't afford, and the gentle, robotic nudge you need to get your ass in gear.
Here's a quick rundown. Body doubling on FocusMate is basically paying someone to silently judge you into working. It's amazing. Gamification apps trick your dumb lizard brain with points and cute trees. Brain dumping into Notion is like emptying the recycling bin in your head. It clears up so much space. And noise-canceling headphones with brown noise? That's how you tell the world to fuck off so you can work.
Now for the head game.
Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, isn't some woo-woo bullshit where you talk about your mother. It's tactical training for your brain. It's about identifying the shitty, unhelpful thought patterns you've built up over a lifetime and learning how to debug your own mental code. It's practical as hell.
The greatest hits of the anxious ADHD brain. All or nothing thinking? That's just perfectionism in a trench coat. And should statements? Stop shoulding all over yourself. It's poison. CBT teaches you to catch these little fuckers in the act and tell them to get bent. You don't always forget. You sometimes forget. Big difference.
Okay, we've built the support structure. Now let's get to the fun part, the main event. How to take that insane laser beam focus and aim it like a weapon. This is where we turn hyperfocus from a happy accident into a deliberate, on-demand superpower.
So what is hyperfocus really? Put simply, it's a flow state on cocaine. It's that in-the-zone feeling dialed up to 11. The entire world melts away. Your sense of time vanishes. There is only the task. It's glorious and a little bit dangerous. You can't just wish for it to happen. There's a ritual. First, you visualize the win. Taste it. Then, you listen for that little bitch voice in your head that says, "This is boring," or "I'm tired." You don't argue with it. You just nod, say, "Cool story, bro," and gently turn back to the work. The sticky note thing is genius. Every time your brain wanders, you make a mark. It's a physical fuck you to distractions.
Now here's the catch. The hyperfocus beast doesn't know when to go home. If you don't set boundaries, you will forget to eat, sleep, and possibly notice the building is on fire. So you have to plan your escape before you go in. Set a timer, define a clear stopping point, schedule breaks. You have to be the beast's master, not its victim.
Okay, let's zoom out. When you start using these strategies, you'll realize this whole chaotic system isn't a bug, it's a feature, especially in the clusterfuck that is the modern economy. This isn't a disadvantage, it's a neurodiverse advantage.
Look at this list. The same brain wiring that makes you distracted also makes you wildly creative. The impulsivity, that's a bias toward action. The high energy, that's what fuels those hyperfocus sprints. Empathy, flexibility, innovative problem solving, these aren't just feel-good words. In a world that changes every 5 minutes, these are survival traits. This is an upgrade.
See? I'm not just making this shit up. This is a real person out there kicking ass and taking names because of their ADHD, not in spite of it. They're using the creativity, the rapid idea generation, and that hyper-focus clutch gene as their primary competitive edge. It's not a bug, it's their business model.
So let's wrap this up with a question for you, and frankly, for anyone who doesn't get it. What if the very thing that feels like your greatest challenge, the chaos, the intensity, the nonlinear thinking, is actually your single greatest competitive advantage? What would happen if you stopped fighting your brain and started aiming it? Maybe the problem isn't your focus, it's that other people just can't keep up.